This is the Pete and Sebastian Show with Pete Correale and Sebastian Maniscalco.
All right, Pete and Sebastian Show. Welcome to the best show on the internet that no one knows about. Pete Correale, Sebastian Maniscalco. We get together once a week and talk about not only our professional lives but our private lives as well. And I want to start out by again with the fucking leaf blower. I don't know if we got to change it. I got to change. Either we change the time we do the show or change the leaf blower.
Oh,
because I don't know what the fuck this guy's blowing out there. But we'll get to that.
Yeah, man.
It's another story. A lot to go over today on today's show. I'm gonna play you another song from Song Finch. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's another Lana song. Totally different. I want to play the song, and then I'm going to tell you how we got to this point. All right, I'm not going to set it up. I'm going to play it, and I want you to give the Pete Correale musical critique on a second go around of the song. Now, if you missed that episode, people, it's the song I bought Lana for Christmas. This is another version of it. Go ahead, hit play.
I asked John to schedule me at 7 a.m. in the morning, just so I could get a good look at you. I came all oiled up and ready to woo. Fell in love and started a life. That magical day in Napa, you became my wife. Brought our amazing kids into the world. You and the kids are life itself, my driving force. You're simply everything I could ever need. Lana, without you, I don't know where I'd be.
This is a famous
and
friend,
the
guy.
world is such a beautiful place to simply be alive when I'm by your side. When Serafina was born, you cried tears of joy over her. Then Caruso came with his amazing hair. Wow. And brought us joy and chaos beyond compare. Always keeping Papa Bear in our hearts. We'll carry him with us wherever we are. From dinner and wine to summers in Italy, you're the best adventure there could ever be. You're simply everything I could ever need. Lana, without you, I don't know where I'd be. And the world is such a beautiful place to simply be alive. alive when I'm by your side. You're simply everything I could ever need. Lana, without you, I don't know where I'd be. And the world is such a beautiful place to simply be alive when I'm by your side.
All right. What's the critique?
All right. First of all, if Casey Kasem just introduced that and it was in the top 20, I wouldn't even be in my car going, "What the hell is this?" Like literally, if I was driving in my car and that came on, I wouldn't be like, "What is this coming on for?" I think it's a famous friend who. This is my what I'm thinking. I think it's a famous friend that somehow you either told or heard about this and said, "Let me have some fun with it." And I think whoever sang it, the first guy who sang it should literally be typing up a resume right now to move on, because there's just no comparison to what. Still wordy as hell, but the new singer can't help that. The lyrics, what they were. I feel like that was Jason Mraz. Am I right?
Let me tee this up, and I gotta read the email. I gotta read the email. I gotta read the email that came in on this. All right. Sebastian, I wanted to reach out after a friend sent me a link to your podcast episode that launched earlier this week. Being a big personal fan, growing up in Chicago, etc., I was going crazy hearing you speak genuinely about Song Finch. Okay? This guy works for Song Finch. All right? Until I saw the pod, I had no idea you got a song for your wife back in December. Upon finding out, I immediately looked up the song. Hold on. I immediately looked the song up in the system and had an oh shit moment when I didn't recognize the artist you picked. So this guy's taking a shit based on who I picked. The guy that works at Song Finch never heard of the artist.
Oh, right. Well, I figured any artist working at Song Finch is working there for a reason, right? Right? It would be like if you're doing a party and you need a quick joke for your speech. You're going to call the guy that can't even get into the funny bone, right? Even the guy at the funny bone's making too much money to do that. I don't know. That's what I would think. So I really thought they were all an oh shit moment, no matter who you pick. Just to, do you want to go? What kind of oh shit you want to go? Western oh shit or, bluesy oh shit? So anyway, what did he do? He called in a favor.
I listened to the actual song, and my oh shit multiplied. So this guy listened to the song.
Oh, he's like, it could be bad. Oh, God, it's worse now.
To the point that I had a dream that night that you roasted us on the next episode of the podcast, which the dream basically came true because we ripped it to shreds, right?
Yeah, well, we were still kind of polite about it, but yes.
We're polite.
Because I didn't know how serious you were. You were like doing a fake tear. I'm like, fake tear? The only tear I'd be rolling down my ears for the $3 bills or whatever it costs.
Well, we'll get to tears in a later on in the episode in regard to the Watt response.
Yeah. That's bothering me. I'm upset about that. I feel like it came. Yeah. All right, we'll get to that.
Okay. based on how you talked about the experience, I figured you would probably be looking for something more sentimental than what you got. And I had another artist take a stab at it. Feels a bit Michael Bublé. Now, the guy that you just heard, the guy you just heard, his name is John Russell. This ain't no like Mraz or Bublé. This is a
I thought it was
Song
a
Finch guy.
Well, he's fantastic. So it's wow. I stand corrected. There's talent at Song Finch if you pay the extra money, but Sebastian didn't. I don't know how. Like, how do you? Well, anyway, keep going. I'm sorry, but yeah, that guy was very good. He was very good. I thought it was a famous friend.
Thanks a million for the support and keep the laughs coming. It's truly appreciated. P.S. Let me know if you guys want a theme song for your podcast. It's on us. We'd crush it for you guys, bro.
Oh,
They're willing to do a Pete and Sebastian song.
that's. I can't. I'm touched, and I love it. Yeah, I'm also like, I literally kind of made fun of the roster at Song Finch, and then now as you're talking, this is how pathetic I am. In my head, I'm like, God, I wonder if they do that with like comedians where someone needs like a 5-minute monologue for their wife. Like, you know, here's the info about her. I'm like, I should contact. I'm literally ripping on a roster, and then in my head, I'm like, oh, maybe I could start up a comedy fucking, section with them. So wow, a freaking song, dude. And Jimmy from Boston just retired. He would have been in the song. He was 2 weeks away from being in the song.
Well, here,
what are we doing with Patrick? Is he still on probation? I don't want to put him in a song, and then he's not with us. Now we got to go back to Song Finch to edit him out of the song.
Okay, you bring up a couple points here, man. I love your idea, adding a comedy shingle over at Song Finch. Hey, you need a best man speech at the wedding? You know, call Pete. Call Pete for $500.
They call you the info, right? Like you go to call me one night. I'm like, bro, I can't talk. I'm writing I'm writing 5 minutes for Ted's retirement party. You got anything that rhymes with golf? Oh shit.
Oh God. Okay, so
Yeah.
now I get this. I get this email.
Right.
I was out doing a set at the Comedy Store, and I got this email. I played the song, cried. Okay.
Yeah.
Brought it home.
Play the new version. Play the new version.
I played the new version. I bawled.
Right.
Brought it home. Didn't say anything to Lana. Just put my phone in front of her and press play. Right? I'm crying again. Second time I heard the song. Okay. Nothing on this woman.
Right.
I don't know what it's going to take, bro. I mean, come on, man.
It's
2 songs,
bro,
nothing. Jeez. Well, this guy sounds like Google.
Well, listen, I think this is what she's coming from, bro. She's first of all, they say just literally you go down every 3 or 4 years, younger and younger and younger. People tend to like shorter bursts of entertainment, nothing long like the old days. Lana being a few years younger than us, not even, I'm older than you. And that shit was wordy. After 2 minutes, I'm like, all right, wrap this thing up. Even the poor guy who was singing, who sang great, it just got a lot of words. So it just kind of overwhelms you.
What do you mean a lot of words? It's a normal song, bro. It's the same.
It's not a normal song, bro. It's got a ton of words in it. And then we did this, and then Papa Bear, and there's Caruso's hair, and it goes on and on. And then once in a while, it hits you with the beautiful chorus or whatever it was. But and the other thing is, a guy, I don't know if you could ask a guy this, but if a couple of listeners think that you send that information and they have an AGI or artificial intelligence, AIG machine that takes all the info and makes a song out of it, and then the singer just sings it.
Okay.
So I wonder who's writing it. And when he had a new person take a stab at it, they should have took out some lines. I mean, so I think it's a computer that writes it.
I'll ask the guy.
So I'm telling the guy, I won't even use a computer. I'll handwrite all the shit for Ted's retirement party.
I'll ask the guy if they're using artificial intelligence over there, not only to write the song, but who knows? John Russell might be a fucking robot.
Holy shit. Did Lana tell you why she wasn't digging it, or she just go, like, hey, you took a stab at it. The singer wasn't the big problem, and I have things to do.
She thought I paid, and because I didn't tell her about the email, nothing. She just thought I re-upped the 200 and got another guy to sing it because the first one was subpar. That's what she was thinking. But I didn't tell her. I didn't tell her what happened because I wanted to save it for the cast and then have her hear it on the cast. But it came up the other night when we had a couple people over. She said, play the song, and I told the whole party, including Lana, what had happened with the email. My second question to you.
Yeah.
You want this guy to give a stab at it at the cast for a theme song?
If someone's gonna take a stab at it, hang out one night on their own with some whiskey or a 6-pack and taking the general info about the cast and coming up with something, like when a rock star watches some dailies from a movie and then writes a song for the movie and you're, wow, blown away. But if he's just going to spit this into a computer and then have John Russell sing it, I mean, is it AGI or is it whether you want to get more fit, be a better parent, or get more done at work, there is one thing that will help, and that's better sleep. And with Miracle Made sheets, you can tap into the power of self-cooling temperature regulation.
Did you even know that your temperature at night can have one of the greatest impacts on your sleep quality? If you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Inspired by silver-infused fabrics made by NASA. Now, you put made by NASA in front of anything, I'm getting it, bro.
Save over 40% and be sure to use our promo code thecast to save over 40% at checkout. And save even more by getting 3 free towels. Are you kidding me? And Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. You're not going to return it, but you could if you want. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to and use the code to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40%. Treat yourself.
Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode. Well,
of course I do. I'm just busting balls, and I'm really grateful. Of course.
What kind of song would you like for the cast? Are we talking rhythm and blues? Are we talking rock and roll? Are we talking pop? What genre you think fits this show?
I'm thinking like a Sinatra, Dean Martin duet. Two guys that sound like Frank and Dean.
Okay.
Kind of doing maybe a back and forth about it or something like that. Or like if I say crooner, they tend to go with the new crooner, like a Bublé, who's great. Yeah. But I like the old husky, the kind of crooner that just, stamped out as Marlboro as they're introducing his name. That's the kind of crooner I dig. So, okay. I mean, or do we go, isn't that the vibe here? Or do we go more Michael Jackson-esque and make it a little more upbeat?
Well, I was thinking Billy Joel type.
Yeah, but I mean, you like 3 tunes by Billy Joel, man. You're like not a big Joel guy.
Nah, I'm not a huge fan, but I like the songs. I'm taking my head and I'm using it for business purposes here for the cast. It's not necessarily what I would listen to. I'm just trying to figure out with the artists that we've talked about on this show. Billy Joel seems to be very prevalent on the Pete and Sebastian show. If you had a Billy Joel-esque guy do this, maybe little upbeat music, piano.
It's true. Listen, before we exhaust every avenue here, let's keep in mind Billy Joel was never at my house for eggnog. Okay, so maybe your people reach out to Lionel Richie's camp before we spit this info into the AGI machine. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're on a personal relationship with John Legend. I mean, I don't know if you're familiar. I'm a big fan of this guy, Andy Frasco. I don't know if you know him.
No.
All right, he's a big fan of the cast. Can you pull up? Big fan of the cast, and I'm a big fan of him, and you would love his music. Patrick, can you just pull up "Dancing on My Grave"? Yeah,
Dancing
so this guy
on My Grave.
He's when we're gonna do the ones at your house, or I mean at the studio.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's out in L.A. and I'd love to have him on. And then his guys reached out for him to come on ours. But I mean, maybe Andy will do a little theme song.
All right. When I hear the song, I'll let you know if I'm not good with names. I might have heard this. Hold on.
Yeah, this is it. Look at this right here. Pete and Sebastian, right?
Always going somewhere. Yeah, I'm living fast. 90 miles an hour. No brakes, all gas. If I die tomorrow, don't be dressed in black. Need
Wow.
a couple favors.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of
All right.
feeling sad.
All right.
I don't know how
this
much
is-
we can play for licensing purposes, but the guy's phenomenal. Seriously.
Okay. Andy, we're putting out a little chum in the water. If you wanna take a bite at it, anybody out there who's got any musical talent whatsoever and wants to take a stab at the new Pete and Sebastian
Right.
show, obviously this is for free. There's really this is.
Well, Andy, I tell you, he's got a great song called "Smoking Dope and Rock and Roll," right? And so he's really, he's a guy who likes his weed. He's on these long tour bus rides. I'm thinking this guy with a half a doob could write the theme song in 200 miles, like from Toledo to fucking Detroit. He's got it done, one take, baby. This guy's great. So yeah, a little chum in the water, as you said. And I just mixed it.
I'll reach out to Song Finch. I'll tell him where we're going with this.
I know.
What do you mean, no?
Screaming Lionel Richie. No, reach out to Song Finch. That guy's
Well,
great. I appreciate
listen, we put up the clip about us talking about Lionel. I put it up yesterday about how when he ordered a drink, he sounded like he was going to break into a song, and we tagged Lionel, and the guy reposted it, and he commented on the post that yeah, I'll read it.
Legend.
But maybe like you said, maybe we have a possible in here with like
Listen, Lionel's guy. He's very eclectic singer-songwriter. He's always looking for the next creative thing. Maybe listen.
okay.
Couple glasses of wine. He belt this out in no time.
He said freestyling and with three crying emojis. What do you think of Lionel using emojis at this age?
Listen, once Watts started using them, my whole universe came off its axis. So I can't make hide nor hair of anybody using these things at this point. All I know is I wouldn't even use one on my daughter. My daughter's got a garment watch or whatever. She hits me with emoji. I don't even emoji her back. So wow, yeah, but I think Andy would be unbelievable. I'd love to if the Song Finch guy wants to take a stab at it. That would be amazing too. And I gotta add, bro. Did you see the video of me by any chance? I believe it's a Patreon where I went to the garbage dump and
we gotta talk about this, bro.
Well, before you get into it, can I just say I hashtag Mike Rowe on that through Patrick. I got nothing. Mike Rowe. Your guy was in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and he's reaching out. Mike Rowe. What is he doing? Cleaning out a dumpster right now? Doing a monologue? And he can't fucking nothing on me, Mike. Oh. It was Jackie's idea. Hashtag Mike Rowe. Hashtag nothing. Why? For the blow off?
Oh God. So, all right. So listen. Hopefully, we'll have a song in about a month. Yeah. Between Lionel, Andy, and Song Finch, we'll have something up there. All right?
Absolutely.
Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but in chewable tablets at a fraction of the cost. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever the opportunity arises, people. The process
beautiful.
is simple, right, Pete? Where do you sign up for this?
You sign up at bluechew.com. So when you get there, you can consult one of their licensed medical providers. And once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. So they do a little chat with you. They make sure everything's on the up and up with you and, everything's looking good. Next thing you know, you're chewing away, baby. The best part, it's all done online. So no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. How great is that?
They say there's nothing sexier than confidence. And Blue Chew can help you give the confidence where it counts. Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at bluechew.com. Chew it and do it. We got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code thecast at checkout. Just pay $5 for shipping. That's bluechew.com, promo code thecast to receive your first month free. Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast. Speaking of tears,
yeah.
I want to get into what Watt said. I don't know. I got to read his message. I don't know if he's going to approve, but I have to do it anyway. Right?
Is it a separate one to you or is it the one to both of us?
It's the one to both of us.
Oh, all right. Because even my response, I felt bad. I felt like I'm an idiot. Go ahead.
So you didn't get it, man. You didn't get the emotion behind the video when Watt was bawling. I set that up, and he came back and verified and validated everything that I said. That's what he was going through.
I know.
Right?
Now I know. Yeah. I know. I wasn't. Yeah.
I'm just gonna just kind of briefly skim the message. He basically said Sebastian encapsulated my thoughts and feelings perfectly when watching that video. Every single moment of football life from 5th grade until now came rushing back. That's what I was saying. The man was watching the end of his career right before his eyes. And he's watching the most important people in his life basically congratulate him on a wonderful, wonderful career. And he goes on to basically say that. And then, and at the end, here's what probably stabbed you right in the heart. Pete's lack of emotion is astounding. I'm worried for Sadie. Now, now, you come back. Do you mind if I read your response?
Absolutely.
All right. You come back with, ha, 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 I'm dying at the last line. I understand and appreciate the magnitude of an absolutely incredible career, but it's a comedy show. Plus, the sky's the limit for your second act. I'm excited for that, bro. I know you're just busting balls, though. I'm still not convinced you're not playing for the Steelers next year. Now, even though this is a comedy show, bro,
yeah.
every now and then you got to show the human side. You know?
You're being so smug, bro. I know. I was going for the funny, and I know it is. It's an unbelievable career and stuff and all that. But you know, man, it's like I said too. I don't know. I'm dancing here, but after I texted what I did, you know. Oh, and then because then you texted. You see that, Pete? You have to put yourself in the shoes of the person watching the video.
Yeah.
That's what you said. So I thought you meant on a show. So I texted back, if I put my feet in the shoes of the people watching our show, I'd be blown away at how great the show is or something like that, right? And then I'm like, oh, wait, that's not what he meant. He meant if I put my shoe, you meant what, right?
Yeah.
So my point, so then I started to like text like an hour later. I couldn't get out of my head. I'm like, man, I'm coming across as a dick and I didn't mean it like that. And of course, it's unbelievable what I did, but I was just trying to focus on, hey, man, you're still young, and some of these guys retire and they have this, oh, my God, what am I going to do now moment? And I'm just trying to make him realize it's actually really exciting. You got out healthy, and you got your son is just born, and you got your whole life ahead of you. And so I wasn't doing the reflecting thing right away yet. But on top of that, I'm trying to figure out what to say, and then I've decided, you know, I'm just going to say stuff on the cast. But when you're going to text someone, and you don't send it yet. You ever do that and you like type some stuff and then you decide not to? If they're looking at your contact at that moment, can they see that you're dancing? Like that you're thinking about, or can they not see anything until it's sent? Or can they tell?
Yeah, they're seeing from my knowledge, they're seeing a little bubble. They're seeing those 3 little dots. And
right.
then
and then when they go away, you ever have that? They go away. I'm like, what would you go to send me something? You change your fucking mind? You know what I'm saying? Is that seen that?
Sometimes it goes dead, and then you're waiting for it to come in. So you're like, oh, they must be done typing. I should be getting this message any minute. And then when it don't come, you go, what did you delete?
So I was wondering if maybe one of you guys happened to see that cloud bubble. It was there for like 15 minutes. I'm like, should I say that? That is it. Yeah, I'll just say it for that. And then I walked away from it. But anyway, I will show some more emotion moving forward, man.
Yeah, I mean, let's let it out. I mean, I'm crying for the both of us over here, and I can't take the load anymore, bro. You got
do you know? Come on. Do you know he had 3 sacks the last game too?
I did see that, which is
now. You got to think by the 3rd sack, even his wife's in the stands going, uh-oh, he's going to want to play next year. Uh-oh. Right? I mean, it's 3 sacks. You do that 10 games, that's 30 sacks. That's big time record breaking. Slide over there, play with my brother, have a lot of laughs. Right. Growing up, cereal was one of the best parts of being a kid. But as I got older, I had to watch out for sugar and empty carbs. I can't have the same cereals I used to. Now, Magic Spoon has the amazing flavors you love, but high protein and less sugar, baby. How important is that for us at our age? I've been drinking protein shakes for powder for years, but finally, I don't have to do any of that because I found a delicious way to get my protein before and after workouts. Dude, I love my before workout. It gives me the energy. Have you tried any of these yet, Sebastian?
No, I tried the variety pack. There's 4 flavors: cocoa, fruity frosted, and peanut butter. Peanut butter is one of my favorites. Yeah. Excellent. This pack has 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, 4 to 5 net grams of carbs, only 140 calories per serving. It's high in protein, has 0 grams of sugar, keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, and soy-free. Now, go grab a variety pack and try it today, and be sure to use our promo code at checkout to save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in the damn product, it's backed with 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it, for any reason, they'll refund your money. No questions asked.
So remember, guys, get your next delicious bowl of high-protein cereal at magicspoon.com/comedy and use the code COMEDY to save $5 off. Thank you for Magic Spoon for sponsoring this episode. I'm telling you, I've banged out a bowl of the peanut butter before I worked out. At our age, it gives you more energy before you get at it, baby. So there you go, Magic Spoon. Excellent.
I think that would be the natural crossovers. Go to play with it. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a whole family play on a football team in the NFL. I mean, Jesus. You get the father as the head coach, you take over the franchise.
That's it. And with that kind of brotherly love, one of them goes in for the sack. I could see him holding the guy up in the air just so he could split it with his brother. Like, get over here. We'll each get a half.
Yeah, but 3 sacks in the last game. Do you think he walks away do you think he walks away in the tunnel at the end of that game going, did I make the right choice, or do I still got some gas left in the tank?
I would be thinking that after the first one. By the second one, I'd be like, by the third one, I'd call timeout just to call my agent. I'm back in play. Yeah, no. But obviously, it was never about the quality of his game. I mean, even my buddy Larry watches like every game. He's like, dude, the guy's still like a beast, one of the best. They double team him like crazy. It was just all about probably time with the family, and
new chapter.
Time to start learning how to, drop and roll with a fake gun because you're going to be the next Chuck Norris.
Well, you bring up another point that we got to go over, and that was your visit to Los Angeles. And I have to apologize, not only to you, but the listeners here. I totally slipped my mind that Pete was coming in town. I know we had discussed it on the cast briefly, but we were just on a text message thread with you, Jackie, myself. And Jackie had said, Pete's in L.A. And I went, wait, Pete's in L.A.? And ironically enough, Lana and I were just talking about, inviting people over. And Lana was like, wouldn't it be great if Pete and Jackie lived here? We could have them pop by for a drink. And next thing you know, we find out Pete's in L.A. So I call Pete. Pete had just landed, and he's staying with his buddy Larry by the airport. So I was having some people over, and we'll get into this. This is another little side. I get into it right now. I just can't have people over for a drink. I gotta cook. So I cooked about 10 pounds of meat and broccoli, and I had what else did we have? French fries, and we had full dinner.
Yeah.
Full dinner I had going. Right? Set up a table outside, put the fire on, had the whole thing going, cracked open some wine, and we had to talk. I said, why don't you come? Now, Pete, and I had to be honest. You're in L.A.
Yeah.
It's Friday night. You got a show Saturday night, so it's not like you got to get up in the morning for anything. Understandable. You flew in. Takes a lot out of you.
Right.
I said, why don't you come? And I'm getting resistance, right? Nah, I'm going to stay here. My buddy Larry's house. I said, bring Larry. Tell him to come too.
Nice of you.
And I get, it's 40 minutes. I don't want to drive. This, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, I don't know if I was in Fredonia. I was staying at a hotel or whatever, 40 minutes away from you. And you said, come on over. I'd be there. I don't.
It's funny, man. There's so much more to it than that, and you know it. I mean, by the way, season 3, DJ Lou, if you can find it, season 3 of the Pete and Sebastian show. You told a story about landing in like Cleveland and renting a car because you had a show in Buffalo or something. Oh, and it was a wonderful drive. And then you went back you drove right past my house, guy. Right past my house. So, I mean, I probably said Fredonia on the thing when you drove by.
Try to see if we can look that up, and I'll tell you exactly what show that was and who was in the car with me.
You were alone, and you rented, and you decided to do it. And you were saying how you never get to do that. It was really
I don't know
relaxing
if I did that.
to be able to think.
I don't know if I did that. I don't know if I did that alone.
I just want to say, though, in my defense, it was beyond, it's a long time. I mean, I got to get up real early to fly. And then when I got to my friends, it was already like 8:45 or 8 o'clock. And that's like 11 o'clock already my time. I mean, by then, I'm done watching TV going upstairs with Jack. So At best, I had an hour and a half in me, and my friends didn't want to drive really far. It was like 50 minutes, and the thing is, I would have loved to party with you. You know that, bro. You know that. But when I had thrown it out there, and you know you weren't not into it, you're like, oh yeah, no, I'll let you know. And that was a while ago. I was like, all right, this guy's got the TV show that's being written, so he's probably busy with that. The studio's being done, da-da-da. I'm like, I know you're busy. So I was like, if he's got the time, maybe. I'll bring it up again down the line. And then, as I was telling you on the phone, I just saw a thing about, like, right after Christmas that's saying, tomorrow there's a huge sale on flights, so if you're flying anywhere. So I was like, oh, I remember that. Next day, I went online. I got a flight round trip back and forth to L.A. for $200. I couldn't fucking believe it. And it fit my agenda. And, you know, my money situation's fine. I'm not like, you know, I don't need to save a buck, but I'm always up for saving a buck. I'm like, $200, that's sweet. But the way I was setting it up, I was like, you're going to land late at night or in the afternoon, at night. When I did land, have dinner with your friend at his house, get up, do the show, and go home. And I was like, all right, that's just what that trip will be. And that's what it was. So
right.
Sorry for the long explanation, but,
no,
you know.
I get it. I'm making a statement right here on the cast. Anytime you're going to come into Los Angeles, this will be your home base, whether I'm here or not. All right, so Larry, I'm sorry, but Pete will be staying over here at my house from now on.
Well, I mean, that's really awesome of you, dude.
So yeah, and again, it slipped my mind. I think you mentioned it in December, and you hadn't mentioned it since. So definitely slipped my mind. So
I wouldn't have expected you to remember it, dude. I didn't bring it up again because I just decided I'm just gonna pop in, do the show, and pop out. The weather out there. My buddy lives in Manhattan Beach, and it's like there was like a small house around the bend. And it was like 824 square feet, and it was up for sale. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll. And I Googled it, and I'm like, I'm staying in Fredonia. Beautiful weather out there now. Beautiful weather.
Yeah, it's been unseasonably cool, but we definitely had a lot of rain. I'm just looking at some other notes here.
Listen, because I know we got to wrap this one up soon. I got a few tidbits I wanted to bring up with you, travel-wise, that blew me away. This is why I could never live in California. I had a layover in Washington, D.C. before I was flying to L.A., and we're going through to get on the plane at United, and they're like real militant about your carry-on bags. And as I come around the bend, I was late for the flight. As I go to get on it, there's a woman on her knees, and she's got 3 brown bags, and she's trying to stuff them all into one bag because they told her, you know, you can't have all these fucking bags, and she can't get them all to fit. The woman in front of me, who was clearly from L.A., older woman, white flowing hair, she looked like she couldn't wait to get home and garden, you know what I mean, like real California woman. She gets down on one knee, takes off her strap, opens up her duffel bag. She got a big one, and she goes to the other woman who she doesn't know at all. Sweetie, you can put your stuff in my bag. Just put it in my bag, you know, because you can only have one bag each. And then the flight attendant lady standing there goes, no, she can't. She can't put her stuff in your bag. And I'm like, oh, God, thank you. What kind of fruitcake is this lady letting a stranger put their shit in her bag? That's California for you, man. I have room in my bag. You can put it on. It's like this shit. Would you ever do? And the lady was good, and she like grabbed the bag and went, oh,
no. You can't start intermingling your travel stuff with other people's stuff. I mean, Come on, man. What are you going to do? Put that in? And then when, God forbid, if you need any of that stuff mid-flight, you got to ask the woman, excuse me, can I open up your bag to get out my iPad? Fuck that, man. I'm sorry.
No, they're like, once we get on the plane, I'll give you all your bags back, right? So then here's the other one, dude. I'm coming home. I got a layover in Chicago, and this guy, I'm like, I got a cup of coffee from Starbucks, and I'm standing there, and I got this gray leather jacket on. This guy comes up to me, and he goes, excuse me, and there's a picture of a woman he's doing FaceTime, and it's his wife. And this guy's like a little older than me, man, right? He's like, hey, I'm sorry, I was talking to my wife, and I saw your jacket. I showed it to her. I love that jacket, you know? So I'm not going to lie. First of all, I was like, nah, I thought it was a cast listener. So, anyway, because I had no bites, bro. All that travel, not one person. What the fuck? So the guy is looking at me, and he goes, can you tell me what kind of jacket it is? And I go, I don't know. My wife just kind of buys my clothes. It's kind of embarrassing to say. And then he goes, oh, do you mind if he's got his wife on, and he went to do a reach around with the hand like he's going to check my collar, bro. So I go like this. I go, hey, hold on, guy. And I take off my bag, and I take the coat off, and I look at it. Thank God it was Kenneth Cole. I was like, holy shit, if this thing says like some fucking cheap-ass brand, Kenneth Cole's good enough, you know? So, and then he's like, yeah, isn't it nice, babe? Yeah, you don't see that color. Guy, I told you the brand. Now you take all this shit somewhere else, all right? now you guys. But, bro, would you ever do that? Would you ever
no, I
ask
would never
somebody
do it. I would do that. Not on FaceTime. I would just go up to someone and go, hey, man, it's a cool jacket. Where'd you get that? And then, get the name and then move on. I wouldn't.
You would?
If I like the jacket?
A stranger?
Yeah.
Wow. I can't tell you how much I disagree with that, bro. I got the jacket. I found the jacket. I look good in this jacket. You want to look good in this jacket? You go find a jacket or marry someone who's going to find it for you. Why would I? That's like Superman handing out capes to everybody around him. What the fuck? It doesn't even make any sense, bro. Hey, I want to look as cool as you. Where'd you get that? You beat it, guy. The fact that you're asking where I got it, you'll never look as cool as me, even if you have it on. Because I would never ask that to another man. And I can't believe you do, bro. A friend, I totally get it.
Listen, if somebody had a garment on, shoes, a nice duffel bag, and I didn't know what it was, I'd go up to him and go, it's a beautiful bag. Where'd you get that? Oh, it's whatever. It's
I've done the first. I've totally done the first. Just did it the other day to a guy. I was like, nice coat, bro. And he was like, thanks. That's it. I don't go, and where'd you get it? That is
who makes it?
Not allowed, bro. I don't know. Go find it. Get the fuck out of here. I mean,
you took off your jacket. You took your jacket off.
The guy was assaulting me. He was bro. He was about to grab my neck. I mean, it was like a, and as soon as it happened, listen, in that moment, I had to do what I had to do. He wanted to see it. But moving forward, I'm making an announcement on the most popular podcast out there, man. It's quality of the listener, not quantity of listeners. You know that, bro. We're selling steaks like hotcakes. They can't even keep the cows on the fucking field.
Omaha? Yeah,
no. God. Ridiculous.
Bro, I didn't even tell you this. Omaha reached out to us.
Yeah.
They want us to do the next commercial from the farm.
Oh, Andy Frasco, are you hearing this? Put Omaha steaks in the song, bro. I think they're going to be with us for the whole run. We're going to be like Stern's Brother P touch. Remember that for years? You got to get I'm like, what the fuck is this Brother P touch? Anyway, so what were we talking about?
I don't even know if we could get into this.
Travel. Yeah, so the coat thing. I'm surprised at that. Yeah, but anyway.
Coat. So you got the bag, the coat, any other travel tidbits?
There was. One last one. So my last flight home, I had the aisle, and it was 3 seats, and I had the aisle. The middle seat was empty, and then the other guy had the window. Okay. Once the plane door closed, and you realized there was no one taking the middle seat, the other guy, and pardon me if we ever talked about this before, he immediately put his coat and like briefcase bag in that seat. Now, I had nothing I wanted to put in that seat, but it bothered me that this... Listen, I'm the alpha male of my row, guy. I'm the alpha male of my row, right? So it was bothering the shit. So now I took something out of my bag, my hat, and put it on the seat just to let him know this ain't all yours, guy. What do you think? This is your little shed? You're gonna put all your shit here, guy? So what's your take on the empty seat? Do you think you have to say to the person in between, you mind if I put my thing here? Or you think
absolutely? I think that now that becomes your and his storage area, all right? Because I've had people do this, but use the seat, put their bag under the middle seat, right? So without asking. And you know what I do when I see that? I put my foot over there, right? And I pretend I'm like looking to like stretch it out, and hopefully that person will go, oh, his foot's there. Maybe I should move my bag. It never.
I mean, wow. Once the plane takes off, your foot will never reach over that far again, right? But you're letting them know. Who the fuck are you to put your bag?
I think that's a conversation.
Because if anyone, go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
If anyone was gonna do that move, it would be you, not him, right? Like you're doing that to me, I do that to you, guy. That's how I feel. Oh shit.
But that move, if I were to do that, that's a discussion. I tap the guy, go, hey, guy, you mind if I put my bag underneath here? You could use the seat if you need, or I could use the seat. You could use underneath. That's a discussion. That's just not like, oh,
right.
This now is my seat. I get 2 seats. No. We share the seats.
Yeah. I definitely, I'll say a little something like, I'm just going to slide. And then they go, and no problem. And if you said that to me, I'd have no problem. I wouldn't have to do that fake stretch with my foot move that you just said, because I'd be cool with it.
I had one. Here's one. What's your take on this? Guy was using his computer. Okay, he's. I think I was by the window. He was by the aisle. Empty middle seat. He's using his computer, and then the food came. And then he put down the tray table in the middle and put his computer on there. Now, what's your take on using the tray table? Is that something that you got to discuss? Or do you think the tray table is so obscure that's just open playing field?
I think, listen, there's 3 different territories here. We're covering them all. You got the seat itself, under the seat, and now the tray. The tray table, I feel, is the most aggressive because that's the easiest one to get into my ass space. You know what I mean? That's like when China flies jets over Taiwan. That's what the tray table. And you, like, if you put it down and put your drink on it, that's fine. I'll put mine over here. But your whole computer guy? Wow. That's a takeover. Shit. They got now, I don't know how often you go commercial. I'm not trying to make fun of you about that. I mean, like, to put it on the spot. But our plane was landing and another one was, before we could take off, those people had to get off. And then the people come to clean it. And I guess this is since COVID, but they come out like Oompa Loompas now. They're all in white gear. Even their feet are covered, everything but their face and their gloves, and they go on to clean the plane. And you're sitting there with your fucking coffee going, what am I going into? Right? If you're going in there with all that getting steamed off when you come out, then I'm just going to slide in with my coffee like everything's fine. And then I go in. And I open the pocket, and there's wrappers in there. And I'm like, all this white fucking jumpsuits and shit, and nobody's getting the shit out of the back of the chair.
What are they cleaning? What the hell are they cleaning when they go in there?
I don't know. I guess the handles, and the last I want to say, Delta now only does no more peanuts, so it's just pretzels and cookies. And I know we've discussed this, but bro, as a man, there is very few things as cool as when the lady comes down the aisle and they're asking and you say no to the food. But this blew me away. When she got to me, the whole way coming down the aisle, she ain't even saying, would you like? She's going, pretzels, do you want the pretzel or the cookie? Do you want the pretzel or the cookie? Do you want? Right? Like, assuming we all want it, but which one? And everybody's doing it. I got my headphones on. I had the window, and it was early, and I'm like, what? And she goes, do you want the pretzels, the cookie? I felt so. I go, neither, thank you.
Oh, what a cool one.
Everyone's looking around. Like, you just look so cool when you don't get the fucking airplane food. You know? And when you give them the look like, why would you even ask if I would want that fucking cardboard shit? What am I, an animal? Do I have a fucking carry dog with me?
Oh, God. You're right.
So
There's
good.
nothing cooler than turning down airplane food. And again,
Well worded.
Do you think anybody even registers that where they ask you, you turn it down, and then they ask the person sitting next to you, do you think they even think twice going, God, that was so cool what he just did. I'd like to do that, but I still want the cookies. And I'm wondering if you're influencing anybody else's behavior on the plane by denying the food.
Well, it's funny you say that because the way this worked, they had already asked the first two people, and I was third. So when I said no, the guy next to me was already doing the mini tear. So there was no going back. So I'm like, no, neither, thanks. And he's like,
Oh,
yeah, like, just look. I really, again, I've said this kind of stuff before, but you see a guy like that, and you're like, this guy's vote counts as much as mine. Come on, this guy. There should be tiered voting, bro. There should be tiered voting. Everyone's vote should not count the same. I'm telling you.
Oh, God. You ever get the person that when they go cookies or pretzels and they go, can I get both?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. That's like the opposite of turning it down. That's the word. When you get double snacks.
Yes.
I look at that person. I go, if we go down, I ain't saving you.
I know, but we've all. Oh God, I'm half laughing, half going. I've done that. Oh God, oh man, I've done the Jackie was sleeping, and I've gotten her the pretzels, and I literally say to the flight attendant, because I know that's what she'll want when she wakes up, but they're really for me. It's fucking ridiculous. I had my last flight, the one going to California from D.C. I heard the flight attendant behind me. It was a big plane. I hadn't been on a plane that big in a long time. And so they had a bunch of ladies coming down with the carts, and I heard the woman go, "You can't do that, miss. No." And I turned, it was like 2 rows behind me. And there's a woman sitting, and the woman looks up and goes, "Well, you're going to just ask me anyway." And she goes, "You have to wait until I do. You can't." She was grabbing the cookie right off the cart before she got the speech about, do you want the cookie and the pretzel? I'm telling you, man. You could stab somebody on a plane and get off with a misdemeanor, but if you touch a pretzel out of that cart, forget it. Emergency landing, going to jail. God damn, what a hang, bro. What a hang. We should split the show in half. This is too much free shit to give people in one shot.
Let me ask you this before we get off. You ever go to the bathroom and the snack basket is just kind of left there on the counter in the galley?
Yes.
It's just like wide open, right? Like
right.
Maybe they just did the run and they brought it back and it's just laying there. Can you take a snack out of the basket without asking a flight attendant if it's just open and you're on your way to the bathroom?
I think sometimes they actually do leave it there for that reason, so that you can. But you're bringing up one that I remember now that I've done a couple times that's going to blow you away, bro. It's basically shoplifting. I've gone on the plane so early in the morning, and I'm dying of thirst that I can't wait for them to come by with the car. I've stolen the little bottle of water off people's first class seats. I didn't get there yet. Oh, God. As I'm going down the aisle, I just lean over to 1E and grab the fucking water. Because I know they'll give them enough.
Oh, God, that's a great move, man. Oh, yeah, a good move. I love that move.
you got to worry about the person behind you going, hey, you can't take that water. But, usually they're not going to say something because they're heading where you're heading anyway. Yeah, so great hanging, bro.
Oh, there you have it. Pete Sebastian Show. There, Patreon, Pete Sebastian Show. We're up over there. $5 a month. You get an extra episode a month. Enjoy it while you can. And we will see you guys next week.